Welcome back to Erie News Now at 6. Our year-long Vietnam Reflection series concludes on January 20th, 2023, the 50th anniversary of the end of the United States involvement in Vietnam. Tonight, the story of Ann Marie Waite, a 1963 graduate of Fort LeBoeuf High School. She served 23 years in the U.S. Army and also had an older brother in Vietnam as well. Our Mike Ruzzi has our story tonight.
She joined the Army at the age of 22 after her husband passed away, and Ann Marie Waite was not about to be intimidated by anyone.
I remember when I asked the colonel that was my commander at the time, you know, how do I go about going to Ranger training school? And he just looked at me like, women don't do that. Now get me a cup of coffee. And I said, sir, I joined the Army to serve my country, not to serve your coffee.
She comes from a military family. Her uncle was in World War II and the Korean War. Her father is a World War II veteran, and her late brother, Bill, is a Vietnam veteran, serving in 1969 and 1970.
He was in the Cav, the first Cav, so, you know, he saw a lot of action, I guess. I saw pictures of him that he brought home from Vietnam, and he was in the air Cav, so they wore those, the hats. He never talked a whole lot about Vietnam. You know, I think it got to him at times, so I didn't really push him, but if he was willing to offer information, I was all ears.
She spent 22 years in the military and traveled the world, and her mission was to find Vietnam vets who were POWs or missing in action.
When Nixon announced, you know, back in '72, whenever it was, that all the POWs are home, everybody that had an ounce of sense knew it was a bunch of baloney. So I would try to get my hands on information or read books and that kind of stuff, because I thought it was just so sad that, you know, he just turned his back on these people.
Mike Ruzzi, Erie News Now.
Ann Marie Waite has been a dedicated member of the local Vietnam Veterans Chapter 435 for many years. We thank her very, very much for her service to our country. We'll be right back.